Hello everyone, welcome back to the YouTube channel of Developers and Coders Club. Today we are here to solve a problem from recent contest of Codechef that is Starter 71 and the problem is maximizing LCS. So let's see what the problem is asking to us. So there are two friends, Alice and Bob. They are playing a game using a string as of length and they both have their individual strings which are initially emptied. Then both players take alternate turns. Alice will start first. In Alice's turn, what she will do? She will choose a prefix of us. Then she will remove the chosen prefix from us and then she will append the prefix to the end of her string. And same Bob, he will choose the suffix of us. Then he will remove this chosen suffix from us. Then he first reverse the suffix. Then he will append it to the end of his string. So let's see what they are doing. They will be asking us. And this is Alice and this is Bob. What Alice will do? He will choose a prefix of us and then she will remove from the string s and append it to her string. So let's say that if abc is written here, so alias string will be abc, and in the case of bob, if xyz is written here, so first he will choose suffix from us, that will be this, then remove the chosen suffix from us, okay, then reverse the suffix and append it to the end of his string. So first he will reverse it, that will be z, y and x, and then append to his string. So now we know that they will be asking us, we will make two string, first one will be of Alice's string and second one will be Bob's string. Okay, then chef has decided to reward them if the length of the longest common subsequence, that is LCS, of Alice and Bob's string is maximized. Help chef calculate the length of maximum LCS that can be achieved by Alice and Bob. This is now last. First let's see that what is this LCS. For that I am using two strings. First one is S1 and second one is S2. Just think that if S1 is like A, then P, then B, C, Q, and D, and S2 is A, B, then R, S, D. These two strings are here. So what is the longest common subsequence? Means what is the subsequence which is occurring in both the string and which is longest? So if we say that A is here, A is here, then B is here, and B is also here, then same for C and D. So there is a subsequence like A, B, C, D, which is subsequence of S1 as well as subsequence of S2, and that is longest subsequence. So if Alice is having this string and Bob is having this string, then we will output 4 in this case because the length of this longest subsequence, that is 4. Then if you see the sample input output, so if we talk for this, then if Alice is having this string ABC and Bob is having the suffix that is CDA, but first he will reverse it, so that will be ADC. Now what is the longest common subsequence? We can see that SC is here and SC is here. So what length of longest common subsequence, that is 2, and that is here. Now in this case this is not mandatory that the length of Alice and Bob's string should be same. There can be like AB is having Alice string and what is this? That is ADCC. This is Bob's string. But in this case we can see that only A is common in both strings. So the length of longest common subsequence for this condition, that is 1. But there is another condition in which the length of longest common subsequence, that is 2. So we will see that. And in this case, that is AA is Alice string and A is Bob's string. So answer for this also 2. Now let's see that how to approach this. So now we know that there will be a string us. Like if I take an example like A, then B, then P, this is the string which will be given to us. Now we want to make the partition of this. Then we want to make two part of this. First part will of alive system and reverse of second part, that is both system. So what can be the conditions? There can be like alive system is this and remaining part we will reverse it. That will be A, R, B, C, Q, C, P, B. So this is alive system and this is warp system. This can be a condition. Another one, like if we give AB to allies, the remaining two both, that is A, R, B, C, Q and C, P. And what can be other, like A, B, P is for allies and remaining for both. So there can be multiple conditions. I'm not going to write these all. So what we will do, there can be a brute force approach like, so before that, let me make it more interesting that if there is a person and his name is LCS, what this person can do, we will give it to two string. First is S1 and second is S2. Then he will in return, he will say that what is the longest common subsequence, what is the length of longest common subsequence of S1 and S2. Now don't think that how he will get it. We will see that in later on part. But as of now, just think that anyhow he is calculating the longest common length of longest common subsequence for S1 and S2. So now in these cases, first of all, there can be brute force approach in which can ask that S1 is this, S2 is this. Then we will ask to him that what is the length of longest common subsequence for these two. Such thing that he is saying that x1 is here. Then we will ask for these two. Then x2 is here, and so on, so on. And in final, we can calculate the maximum of these all values, and that will be our answer. But let me make it more clear that the time complexity for this function, that will be if length of s1 is n and length of s2 is m. So the time complexity for this will be big of n multiplied with m. And if we search for all conditions, so there will be almost n conditions, and then final time complexity will be of n multiplied with n multiplied with m. That is almost n cube. But in the equation, we can see that value of n is 5000. So O of n cube, obviously that will give us a TLE to us. So we cannot do like that. We know that the time complexity of this is O of n into m, that is almost O of n square. So we need to make an operation like this in O of 1 only. If we take any another condition in which we are taking O of n like O of n or anything else, that will give us a TLE. So what can be a solution in O of 1? For that, let me reselect this, that is ABC. Okay, so now first of all tell me that what is the longest common substance for this. Like just think that what can be the partition. If I make a part from it, this is a system, that is A, B, P, C, and what will be the both system, that will be A, then R, then B, then C, then Q. So this is a system and this is both system. We can see that A is here, then B, then B, and then C, and then C. So we can see that for this condition, the length of longest common subsequence, that will be 3 for ABC. So if us is given to us this, then we will output 3. Now how to approach this? Like we cannot take all this condition and one of that condition can be like we ask for ABPC and another one will be this, and this person will tell us. but there can be a lot of conditions, so we cannot make this type of solution. Now just think another condition, like if I take A, B, P, C, Q, C, B, R, A. This is over S1. And what is over S2? That is reverse of this S. Let me make it reverse. That will be A, R, B, then C, then Q, then C, then P, and then B and A. Okay. Here we see that this A is relating with this B is relating with this. For making more clear, let me mark it like a dash. The let's see. So A is relating with A dash, B is B dash, and C is C dash. And we make like this here also. So this will be something like this. If we ask to this LCS person that what is the longest common subsequence for these, if S1 is this and S2 is this, so what is the answer for what is his answer? That will be that A is relating with A dash, then B is relating with B dash, then C is relating with C dash. So as of now, the string is ABC, subsequence is ABC, then C dash C, then B dash B, then A dash A. So again, that is CBA. This is the longest common subsequence for these two strings. A and A dash are not different. They are same, but for making clear that this is first one and this is last one, I am marking that like a dash. So the answer for this S1 and S2 will be the longest common subsequence, that will be ABCCBA, and that is length of 6. Now can you relate that A is here relating with A dash, and again that is relating with A dash and A, means a single character contributing in this subsequence two times. So what we will do? We will take the answer for this S1 and S2 and divide that with 2, and that will be our actual answer. That is 3 in this case. Okay. So as of now, we know that what we will do. There will be a string given to us. We will mark S1 as equal to S and S2 as reverse of S. Then we will ask to this person that what is the longest common subsequence for these S1 and S2. Whatever the value he says, like if his answer is X, so we will print X by 2 in our output. Okay. Okay, so now everything about the question is clear to us except one thing, that is what this person is doing here. How we can calculate that if S1 is S2 is given to him, then he can calculate the length of longest common subsequence. So for that, I am taking example of S1 this and S2 is this. So I have written S1 is here, same S1 is here, and same S2 is here. And I am going to find the value of longest common subsequence for these two strings. So what this grid is saying, like if X is written here, so what is that X? X is the length of longest common subsequence for these two strings. Like if, and this is ARBC, like if A, B, P, C and ARBC, this is given to us. So the longest common length of longest common subsequence for these two strings will be X. Okay. Now what is our task? We have to find out that what is the length of longest common subsequence for these two strings from top to this bottom, and same for these two strings. So where this value will be found, that will be here. Like if y is written here, so what is y is pointing out? That is that what is the longest common subsequence for this whole S1 and for whole S2. So this is the our answer. Now our task is to find out what is the value is here. So for that, let's fill this grid. Okay. So now just tell me that this is a empty string. Nothing is there. And this is also empty string. So what is the longest common subsequence here? That obviously that will be null. So length that will be 0. Same if this is a null string and A is here. Like if A is Alice string and Bob is having nothing in his string. So what is the longest common subsequence? Obviously we cannot find out anything. So that will be also 0. Same if Alice is having AR and here also Bob is having nothing. So that will be 0. If Alice is having ARP, Bob is having nothing. This is Alice string and this is Bob's string. And that can be vice versa. Like if this also can Alice string and this also can Bob's string. Okay. So this all will be 0 because this is a empty string. And same in this side, if this is a empty string and A is here, that will be 0. This is also 0 and all this value will be 0. Okay. Now fill out this. Here we can see that A and A is same in both their string. Okay. So you can say that A is contributing in the longest common subsequence. That if A is here and A is also in other string. So you know that if both are same, then they can contribute in the longest common subsequence. So what they will say? They will say that whatever the value for this first and matlab, what is the value for the string before A in this side and what is the value of longest common subsequence for the string before A in this side. Like 0 is here. So take this value and plus 1 from that. So that will be 1. Like what is saying this? Like let me take it more clear that C and C is here. So just think that 3 is written here. And now we want to fill out this. So what this will say? This will say that whatever the value for ABP and ARB you are getting, like you are getting 3 here. So take that 3 and we can contribute a plus 1 in that because we both are same. So 4 will be here. So what I want to say that if both characters are same, then we just take the diagonal element of that and we will plus 1 from that. So if 0 is here, then 1 will be here. Now move further that A and R is here. So what will be AR is here and another string is A. You can see that A and R both are not same. So what they will say? They are saying that we cannot contribute anything in your longest common subsequence. What you should do? You should take either this whole string and this that is here, or you can take this string and this whole string. Whatever value you are finding here, you can take maximum value of that. You can take maximum value of that. So that is one here. Then if you move further, that A is here and ARB is here. Both are not same. So what is the maximum value of these two? That is 1. Then again 1. Mhm. Then B and A both are not same. So what is the maximum value for this and this? That is 1. B are both are not same. Again maximum value that is 1. B and B are same. So what we will do? We will take the diagonal value that is 1 and plus 1 for that. That is 2. So 2 is here. Then again anything is not same. Okay. Then yeah, if B and B are same, then what we will do? We will take the diagonal element of this, that is 1, and then plus 1, that is 2. So B and A both are not same, their maximum value is 2. Then for BA, so I'm going to fill out this. So now I have filled out all the cells. I will suggest that Pause the video for 10 seconds and check if the all values are correct or not. A simple concept I use here, that if the both characters are same, like if C is here and C is here, so what the value is pointing out this, that is 3. So take diagonal element and plus 1 in that. And if both are not same, like if Q is here and P is here, then what we will do? Take the previous element from horizontal and take the previous from vertical and print the maximum here. Write the maximum value here. So from that we have cleared all the cells, and this is the answer for this problem for S1 and S2. That this is pointing out that a longest common subsequence for these S1 and S2 will be a 7 length. So what is that? Can you check that is A, then B, then C, Q, C, B, A. This is the longest common subsequence, which is a sequence of this S1 and also this S2, like A, B, C, then Q, then C, B, A. A, B, C, then Q, then C, B, A. So if we divide 7 by 2, so that will be, in float value, that will be 3. Because Q is only appearing one times here, but ABC and CBA. That means that is 2 times. So the answer for this problem will be ABC, and that is length 3. So let's see the code part. So here first of all I take input of str, then str is copy of str, then A is having original str and B is having reverse of str. A is our original str and B is our reverse str. So this is our that person. The function name is Radhe, and here I am going to give the both string A and B. So here is that function. I make a 2D array of size n plus 1 and n plus 1. Then if I bravable 0 and j is also equal to 0. So these are the condition that is pointing out. Then we will fill out all that with the 0. So that is 0. And if both characters are same, then we will check the diagonal element. That means if I and j is here, then what will be the diagonal? That will be I minus 1 and j minus 1 and plus 1 in that. And if both are not same, then we will check the maximum value of periods from horizontal and periods from vertical. That will be value for this cell. And in final, we will return the value of the bottom right corner. So that is value here, and we will print as by 2. So yeah, that's all about this problem. You can check the code in description. So bye bye, till then, happy coding.